Hey, this is Nevin again with Disney, coming to you with another extraordinary dinner brought to you by Camping World. Stay tuned. Welcome back. Now we're going to do something a little bit different for you this afternoon. Now a lot of things we get in and out of the disc, we're showing things that are quick, that are simple, that are easy to throw together. Today we're going to take a little bit more time and put together something a little bit special for you. Today we're doing pork chops with red wine and peach mango preserve. We're going to top it off with a side of asparagus and have a nice high-end dinner. So here we go. I'm going to go get started here. I'm going to turn my disc on, push the knob in, rotate it to the left, click, I got ignition. So I'm going to set that up on about a medium heat. I'm going to add a little bit of vegetable oil, and I'm going to start cooking the pork chops. Now this particular episode is going to take probably a good 20 to 25 minutes to cook. Again, we're going to be doing two different things. The pork chops first, get those set up, move them to the side. Then we're going to add that red wine and that mango peach preserve so we can get all that stuff mixed up. And then we're going to go ahead and set that on a separate dish, do our asparagus, chill it, eat it. Here we go. So I've got a little bit of oil. In fact, I have a little bit too much oil. Let me show you a trick here. Put too much oil in your disc. You can always go ahead and take a paper towel. I'm going to fold that up. Now you got to be careful because oil is hot. So I take that paper towel, soak that up, and get rid of it just like so. So now I've got that, pulled the extra oil out of there that I didn't need. So I'm using some tongs. Now these are about a 1-inch thick pork chop. So I'm going to go ahead and put those on the disc and get these cooked up. I don't know about you, but a good pork chop is really, really tasty. And I love that sizzle. I hope you can pick that up on camera because that biscuit sizzle is something else. Now while I get these pork chops cooking, I'm going to take this opportunity to go to the Ask Nevin Anything section. This week's question comes from Scott in Vancouver, Canada. Scott sends us a great question via email. Scott asks, Nevin, do you guys export? How do we get these biscuits? Answer to that is yes. Now we've shipped to Italy, we've had other stuff into Canada. All you got to do is send us an email, let us know where you're at. Let's take a look at how the shipping charges go, how the export duties work, import duties work. But absolutely, yes, you can get your custom biscuit into Vancouver, Canada. Thanks for the question, Scott, and everybody else, keep them coming. Thanks. So now that we got this week's question answered, let's get back to cooking. As you can see, we've got our pork chops going on here. We're going to go ahead and start to flip them. Now we're not cooking directly in the center, but I am going to just go ahead and move those around a little bit because I want to pick up a little bit of the oil as we're cooking that side of the pork chop. Now don't forget, you got to add your garlic, your salt, pepper to taste. Some people like more than others. So I'm going to add some garlic, a little bit of salt, or some pepper. Now I'm a big pepper fan. If you've seen our episodes, you know that pepper and cheese are a couple of my things. I'm not putting cheese on this, but I'll put plenty of pepper. Here I'm using a kosher salt. You can use kosher salt, sea salt, table salt, whatever you like. It's all up to you. So as I get these pork chops pretty much close to being done, I got about 2 more minutes. Then I'm going to get started with my red wine and my preserve. So we got our pork chops all seasoned up. We got garlic, we got salt, we got pepper on it. These things are pretty much about done, which gives me the opportunity to start what I think is part of the best part of this meal, which is going to be our sauce. So I'm going to flip these one more time before I get my red wine sauce started. Man, this is going to be good. All right, so I've got all this stuff. Now what I'm doing here, keep in mind the disc is so versatile, I'm able to cook several different things at once. So I'm taking my chops and I'm bringing them up to the side. What that's doing is it's still keeping them warm, and it's going to finish cooking the center of them because of the heat that goes up still, but I got the full center of the disc to start the next part, and here I go with that. So here, one of my favorite things, red wine. I'm going to add about a cup of red wine straight to the disc. Now I need to turn that disc all the way to low, and then I'm going to add about a cup of the preserve sauce. Cheat over. This is peach mango preserves. Add that straight to the wine. And with the heat turned down low, we're going to go ahead and let that mix up, and we're going to heat it up together real nice. Mix that up real good. Now if you can smell that, you're gonna know how good that's gonna be. Now it's gonna thicken, it's gonna become a sauce, and then we're gonna actually serve that over the chops. Now while this is getting ready, we're gonna have some asparagus. I'm gonna start breaking that up. While I do that, I'm gonna take a minute to introduce you to this week's Disket Spotlight. So today's spotlighted disket is actually the hockey player. Now the hockey player can be found on our website, our pattern section website, along with hundreds of other disket designs. So take a look at that. If you're a hockey fan, you know you gotta have it. So now that we've seen this week's spotlighted disket, getting back to the cooking episode. Now you see we've got our pork chops all set up and ready to go. We've got our wine and peach mango sauce already all prepared. What I'm gonna do now is I'm gonna go and ladle that out, set it aside so we can serve over our pork chops, and I'm gonna start the asparagus. So I can ladle this thing out. We're gonna serve that directly over the chops. So now I've got all of our wine and mango peach preserve set up out of there. I'm gonna get some asparagus cooked on the disc. Now I've added some oil back in there, and I've got another pot set aside with some cold water so we can chill it right after we cook it. So I'm gonna turn that a little bit lower. And depending on how much asparagus you want in there, what you wanna serve all at once. I love asparagus. Break them all off there so you can hear it. Got this a little bit high here, and turn that down. Nice. A little bit of salt. This only really takes a minute or so with that asparagus. Then I'm going to serve this on the side. Get my chops on there, my sauce back on there. We're ready to cook a nice dinner. Now, when you chill the asparagus right after you cook it in cold water, it actually keeps it nice and crisp. A lot of people don't really know that. Let that run for just another second. In the meantime, go ahead and get this set up for the pork chop. I'm going to ladle over a little bit of the sauce. So now that I got this set up, I'm going to move this to the side to get ready for my asparagus. Turn off my disc. Yeah. Chill that asparagus in cold water. Get ready for a nice dinner. We got pork chops with peach mango preserve, red wine sauce, and asparagus. Now, cooking outdoors has never been better. Do that on your grill. So if you enjoyed this video, make sure you sign up on our website here to be part of the many thousands of people on our Disket community. All you got to do is go to disc-it.com/free. You can be part of what we do, get a free video, free recipes, free information, and Disket deals. Cooking outdoors has never been better. Disket.